I'll turn it down some more. But there is 5 minutes of delay on the stream, so anytime I update things, if you guys let me know something, it takes 5 minutes for it to update on the stream end. So there's always that. Sorry for blowing people's ears out right at the beginning. I'm excited about this. I hope you guys can tell. I hope you're excited as well. You know, I'm always super keen to see. One, I think SCA Dota is super cool. It's in a pretty cool place. It would be especially good if Mineski could kind of get back on form a little bit. It would be nice to see more teams competing for those top spots in SCA, since it does feel like, at least in the last couple of months, it's mostly been Fnatic and TNC sort of in the running. So I'd like to see Mineski kind of getting back into it. And I think SCA region just plays some fun Dota. And of course, being in Australia, it's always kind of on the right time zone for me. So I'm always on the pulse when it comes to these SCA teams. So we got Invoker being banned out along with Dragon Knight. I'm a little bit interested to see what direction this is going to be going in for Mineski in terms of their mid pick. Because those two heroes are kind of like both kind of counter different hero pools. I don't really know what the overlap is between those two as much. Yeah, Phantom Lancer still going to be banned out. Lotac, not a whole lot of AoE on their side just yet. It'll be an interesting carry battle this game as well. I feel like Raven is definitely up there as far as carry players in SCA, and I think a lot of people have had Mushi has mostly come under fire on Mineski recently. I mean, he's off the team now, but I feel like JT has also been formerly, he used to play under March, but not the Korean March, the March that played on Geek Fam. Now he plays as JT, and I feel like he's also come under some fire for his play on this team. So we'll have to see over the course of this qualifier how things go. And for those of you wondering about the Group B matches, there's no Group B matches today. We're only playing Group A. I'm going to be covering this Mineski versus Lotac series. Like I said, TNC versus 496 is over on the main stream. And then they're going to be handling the winner's bracket match as I handle the loser bracket match. So loser of this versus loser of that one, you'll stay here. If you want to watch the winner versus the winner, you're going to head over to BTS 1. But got Undying picked up now. So looking like maybe some kind of an Undying Doom dual lane. I like the Undying. I think it's decent with Rubik. Nice to have a hero like the Undying where he's in some senses the 4. In terms of like he's a melee support and he's probably going to be played in the off lane, at least initially. But in terms of the grander game, Undying can be the 5 and Rubik can start to pick up a little bit more farm. Like this is an amazing game for Rubik to even if he gets an Aether Lens, that's going to be super useful with the spells that are on the field so far. And Mineski are only making it a little bit more appealing as they continue to pick stuff up here. They do grab Enigma, so it looks like that's going to be KP's hero. Which does seem to suggest that Sand King is actually going to be maybe the position 4 here. So Sand King Shaman, I think a little bit greedy, unless it is going to be a mid Shaman. That is a possibility. They have a ton of push now. They've got the Eidolons, they've got the Mass Serpent Wards, and Lotac, not really a whole lot of AoE to speak of. They got a Fade Bolt for some deep push, which is decent, but I'm a little bit worried for them at the moment. And people are asking about players. Is this roster different from Raven, Cheon, Ohio, Oh yeah, so the listed roster has Yamate on it, but clearly we have Net playing. The other interesting thing, I couldn't do as much research into this as I wanted, but I looked at some of the open qualifier games for Mineski last week, and I think they actually had Net playing for them on their roster last week for the open qualifiers. So I don't know if Net is just kind of being the SCA mercenary at the moment and filling in wherever people need. But yeah, something. What's going on here? So we got Ohio, Raven, and then Ling, who is actually just is Is Ling actively listed on this roster? No. Okay, so something interesting is going on here. I don't know what the registered roster is with the tournament. I might be able to ask and find out, but Interesting situation. I guess part of this is that the roster lock situation now is different. So teams are actually, from what I understand, free to kind of make some substitutions. Anyway, admin didn't have any trouble with who turned up in the lobby, so I'm not going to question it too much. And we now have Lotac picking themselves up a Monkey King. So the one thing I'm a little bit concerned about for them is that they don't really have a whole lot of push, and they are picking a lot of melee heroes into an Enigma, which I don't think is ever really that good of a look. The Monkey King does give them a little bit more team fight, but I think this is more about the lane and kind of the pick-off aspects more than anything. Monkey King also decent at applying some split push pressure, jump down off the tree, jump back up, cut some waves. That's always good. And that's kind of what they're going to want against this Mineski roster, I think. I don't think they're going to want to take... Yeah, they don't want to take a head-on fight against this Mineski roster at all. And I'm imagining that this is going to be your position 1 Naga Siren. I don't think that hero, with the changes to Riptide, is really playable as a support anymore. Could maybe be some kind of weird position 3, but I think mostly... Naga is back to kind of being that right-click carry these days, and this is going to provide some fantastic setup and counter-initiation against the Lotac lineup. Like, if a Doom comes out on your Enigma or something, you can wait a good chunk of that out with the song, or the Monkey King ultimate happens, can also just kind of wait that one out. And the other thing against Monkey King is having a lot of summons and stuff inside of the... Well, having a lot of illusions inside of his ultimate, I think, is actually pretty annoying for him. So I guess we'll have to see what ends up happening. As far as the late game goes, I feel like I'm favoring Mineski at the moment, which is a little bit concerning if you're Lotac, because I don't know if they really have enough push as it stands right now. Of course, that could be remedied a little bit from their mid lane. Could also be Monkey King mid, and then they could pick up a harder carry for the safe lane if they really wanted to. Medusa's gotten a couple of nice little buffs here and there. I haven't seen her be wildly successful in pubs, just because, again, of how fast this patch feels. And Mineski actually just blank their ban. Alright, I don't know. Is someone disconnected? No, Raven DC'd, but he's not drafting for either team. And now Ohio is in the captain's chair. Net, I guess, has gotten up to go and do something. They probably already talked about this last pick, so okay. They've transferred the captaincy to Ohio, and Net is off to use the bathroom probably before this game starts. Pi, what are they going to pick for mid here? What do you even want to play? So you can't really pick like Storm or anything. It's a really, really bad Storm game. And they're going to pick Skywrath Mage. Okay. So Null did get nerfed in the recent sub patch, but Sky Mid has been... I don't know, is it Sky Mid or Shadow Shaman Mid? Who's going mid? I guess we'll have to wait and see what gets picked up here. But we got some nice synergy with the supports and the lockdown from the Naga with the Mystic Flare. I've got lots of summons. And laning against Skywrath Mage mid is just a nightmare. I don't even know what heroes can actually tolerate it. Like, it used to be that you would just pick Huskar in this position, and Huskar would kind of do fine. Like, he would actually demolish the Skywrath Mage because he just doesn't care about all the nukes, but I don't know if new Huskar can do that. I was theory crafting maybe like an anti-mage, but... Choose your hero. Okay, no, Lotac just going to go for Pugna. Okay, so I don't know if it's so much of a laning counter to the Sky, but it is certainly a sort of overall game counter. The Nether Ward is going to be super annoying for them to deal with. And so instead, it's a mid Sand King. What? So yeah, we got Skywrath and Shadow Shaman as the two supports, because I guess they're the two most affected by the Pugna, and Sand King is going mid. Interesting. And yeah, it is going to be that JT Naga Siren. So Mineski, they're on some new stuff. Lotac looking a little bit more familiar. I mean, the Doom is perhaps somewhat new. Ohio is rocking some sick cosmetics, but
10 seconds remaining.
This is very, very interesting. But I think we're going to be seeing... I think this is going to be what we're going to be seeing over the course of today. The meta is still settling. A lot of teams have a lot of concepts, I would imagine, and this is where all of those things are going to be put to the test. So I'm excited. Interesting. So, okay, so I guess while we have a second, TNC also, for anybody who's following all the drama at the moment with Cuckoo and Sekemberlu, TNC have just released a statement recently about what's going to be going on. I won't read it out, but for anyone who's following along with that, we do have some updates. But of course, I am here to focus on the Dota being played. So, gotta wait out our strategy time. I think I favor Mineski's lineup quite a bit, but I do think that this Pugna is the right idea for Lotac. Like, this is what they needed. They needed some more push, because I think they need to play really fast and group up quite early this game. I would not imagine that the Monkey King is going to be going for a Battle Fury, probably just a fast Echo Saber for him this game.
Prepare for battle.
And other than that, I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm really interested to see how the lanes are going.
That went swimmingly.
What's going on? People are clarifying on the... And Yamate... Yeah, Net played with Mineski in the open qualifiers, now he's playing with Lotac. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. We're all gonna find out, guys. Mineski coming up here. Alright, Febby starting with a Null Talisman. Doesn't have enough money for Tangos. Highlight Die with a Windlace. So we got the Sand King mid. Not sure what item build he's going to be going for.
30 seconds to battle.
But yeah, the teamfight combinations for Mineski are just insane. There's no other way to put it, really. I don't know what Lotac are going to be able to do about it. Maybe we can get some big steals out of this Net Rubik. He does have some Boots of Speed already picked up. So yeah, it is going to be that Undying, kind of playing more of your position 5 this game. Contest for the bounty runes coming up. Raven's already up on the trees. Man, my camera settings are really
The battle begins.
sensitive at the moment. Oh well, hopefully it's not too bad. Alright, so 2 bounties up top for Mineski, 2 bounties down the bottom for Lotac. Looks like it is going to be just a solo safe lane Naga Siren for the time being, as Febby and Pi both going to be coming up top here to put on some pressure. I don't know if this is necessarily how they're going to be laning this, or if they're just looking to get KP off to a hot start. If they apply a bunch of pressure top, then Net is going to be forced to rotate over, but it looks like he's going to try and snipe the courier along the way first, and he's actually right on collision course with the courier right now. He pops out, he spots it, gets 1 hit, going to go for the second, and that is courier down. Sentry and the healing ward both dead. Oh, that's super annoying. So Moon gonna have less of a fun time now on mid, actually getting decrept up, so Chuan doing pretty well for himself so far, though Raven is not having a fun time at all. Completely getting spammed out of the lane. KP denying it back, getting every single CS, even getting all the denies as well. Maximizes from the jumping it on top of Febby now, gonna get the lift back, but don't really have the damage. Ling thinks about the decay, but not gonna go for it. Moon should reach level 2 before too long. JT skilling up the mirror image at level 1. Not a whole lot of point in having the Riptide if you don't have the mirror image illusions to proc it. And we used to see this quite a bit when people were playing Naga Siren mid. As a core, you just get the illusions early on to help secure CS. They do a decent amount of damage, so... Okay, so far looking very good for Mineski. Get lift back onto Pi. High punching in with a bit of damage, but it's going to be just fine. Not a whole lot of action on the pulls or anything just yet. Team's mostly just focusing on the lanes, and we have kind of settled back into 2-on-2. Febby still being somewhat conservative with his mana so far. Still has this Mango in the tank. And KP going to be going for some fast arcane boots here. Even has some mangoes of his own. So if he really wants to, he could just keep spoon feeding mana to the Skywrath Mage and keeping this spam going. Based on how quickly Mineski picked, or like how quickly they put the Sand King on Moon, I feel like this was maybe the plan for them the entire time, which is kind of interesting. Still trailing a little bit behind the Pugna for now, but I think they're certainly going to be much happier with the core Sand King. He is just going to be going for well, at least 1 Bracer to start things out here. I don't know what the overall progression is going to end up being, because we do sometimes see like tanky Sand King builds, people going for Vanguard and Pipe and stuff like that. And then, of course, there's sort of your more traditional build, Blink, Yules, Force Staff, that kind of a thing. Ling actually, okay, runs over to Suicide to the mid-tower. Just to get himself back to base that little bit faster. I guess he wanted to wait out any kill bounty or anything like that. So everybody on Mineski gets like 20 gold. It's barely anything. Well worth it for him. Raven already has his magic stick, so helps a little bit against the harassment. Look at this. I mean, Doomol's got the 1 point in Devour right now, but he's going to be very difficult to get out of this bottom lane. Just a bit of a support battle happening over in the river. Oh. Is that a jump in up top? Nope. Looked like it. Oh, no! That was the wrong tree to tango. Raven getting stunned. He'll be fine. What's going on here? Alright, jump down for the range creep, cop some more harassment. KP's still working on this arcane boots. Laying in a little bit of trouble. Stun actually going to be going out into Raven, so they're just splitting the harassment, not going for either kill. Just continuing to be annoying. KP actually has 16 denies so far. Raven is only level 2. This top lane is actually a real struggle so far. At least the experience mechanics, the deny mechanics aren't based on experience anymore, otherwise it would be even worse. But still, Raven not having a very fun time. Oh, some damage onto Ohio, but he's not a very easy target to go for. And now Pylai Die might be the first to die down at bottom. Name a more iconic duo, Pylai Die and giving up first blood. But actually what? Oh, it's a kill each, but neither one of those is first blood. It's just people suiciding the tower. I wonder if they're going to do anything about this. Like, they've already tried. Suiciding to neutrals gives you the level 6 death timer. Still, people continue to find ways to get back to the fountain more quickly. Alright, Moon going for double bracer. Oh, AT wants to contest for this. Needs to be a little bit careful though. Pugna coming in. Tiny bit of harassment with the lift back. Looks like there's going to be 3 bounties going the way of Lotac and only the 1 for Mineski. Actually a little bit of a net worth lead in Lotac's favor at the moment as well. Ohio already starting to build up a little bit of gold with the Devour. Only keeping the 1 point for now. Raven in trouble up top. Early point in the Midnight Pulse up for the Enigma. Nowhere to really hide, but looks like Raven's still going to be fine. 14 wand charges. He knew that he was going to die. Lotac really need to try and push the pace of this game if they can. The Sand King mid is actually going to be super annoying for the Pugna. Pretty decent, especially with this maxed out Sandstorm, at just keeping the lane pushed out. So I don't know how the Pugna is going to be able to get over here and damage this tier 1 tower. Like, if you look at it right now, it's still at full HP. And Sand King is just tanking through everything with his bracers. Got that extra magic resist. He's chilling. 6-man Urn coming up. There's going to be a double damage waiting down at bottom. Ohio, I mean, they're going to come look at him a little bit, but I really don't think they're going to kill him. He's already grabbed a bunch of armor items, and with the extra regen on top from Devour, they're not getting rid of him. Not without a bigger rotation. They do have Febby coming down here. Pugna making a somewhat weird rotation. I don't know what this is about. They are giving mid lane over to Net for now, but he's only level 2. So a little bit difficult for him to do too much. Yeah, I really don't know what Lotac are doing. I guess Pugna feels like he can't pressure the mid lane against the Sand King, so he's just coming down here to pressure JT's farm, kind of the same way that Raven's farm is getting pressured, but this is a pretty big commitment. At least they still have the siege creep alive, so push is going to be a little bit more successful as a result. Sand King just backing off into the jungle. Top lane also getting pressured a little bit, but alright, Ohio now has Doom. Well, Illusion stealing the creep wave away. Nicely done by JT. Gonna keep his tower alive. And I think this has been a really big waste of a rotation for the Pugna. Sure, they've given some experience over to mid lane, over on the Rubik, but this feels like just a... Given that we feel like Lotac need to be in a rush this game, any one of these little decisions that they're making that doesn't really work out is just costing them precious time, and Mineski are just farming. Like, Enigma already has his Arcanes and another 1k gold. Don't know if KP's going to be going for a Midas or a Dominator or anything this game. I in a bit of an awkward situation here. Tombstone's going to get dropped down. Nice interrupt on the Boundless Strike from KP. Going to buy Pi a little bit more time. And he does get back to the tower safely. So, alright. Tombstone Force pretty much for nothing. Raven threatening to jump up onto the tree. Is going to do it. Knows that the Midnight Pulse has already been used. So doesn't have to be too worried. Is getting zapped down somewhat though. Net coming in from the side. Not a ton of damage that he can do here as the Rubik. And Ling tanking some tower shots. It's going to be okay. Oh, they get the lift back onto Pi. Steps a bit too far forward, and that is finally going to be first blood. I know that I jinxed him a little bit, but Pi is going to end up being first blood this game. A net coming in with Omen. Okay, you can already see the this ward to me says everything about the way that Lotac are viewing this game. They know that they have to play aggressively, because if they don't, they're in big trouble. What's the Nagasine build gonna actually be? Well, so far it's your patch 7.20 build those Wraith Bands. Oop, trouble for KP, doesn't really have a whole lot of mana, gets the stun out, and now mass TP's coming through and then immediately cancelled, realizing that they couldn't get that kill, but at least will drive them back, and KP's gonna be okay to go and drink from this shrine. But yeah, these wards are, to me, saying that Lotac, they want to go. They want to go, and they don't want to stop for anything. Oh, Moon in some trouble. Oh, not Moon. Net in some trouble. Gonna go for the TP out. Will not be able to grab that kill. Pi just a little bit too late to the party. Moon's still running forward and pressuring. Pretty tanky here on the Sand King. 1500 HP. Quite a lot of damage. Doesn't have the epicenter skill just yet, but applying a ton of pressure. Again, we have the Pugna coming down towards bottom lane. Looks like this time around they might be successful in their bid for this tier 1 tower. But now Raven's being caught out over at top. Moon found him with the Burrow Strike, it looks like. And Mineski easily finishing that kill. And Moon just continuing to tank up. Looks like he is going to be going for some... What's this? This is phase boots now, right? Net just trying to grab some more experience at mid. Has just picked up 2 Null Talismans. So lots of little items for him so far. And JT just going to be going treads into a Yasha. Yasha, Kaya, and Sanj all did just get buffed in this last little patch, so I guess expecting to see a little bit more of that. Oh, that's Sanj coming through. Black hole as well. Lots of damage needed to kill this Ohio Doom. Can they actually bring him down? They've got additional lockdown on top of everything. Finally, they finish him off. Ling trying to turn things around with the Tombstone. Needs to be careful about how hard he commits. Fortunately for him, Moon does not have the mana for another Burrow Strike, so he's going to be forced to back himself out. He doesn't even have boots just yet. Over at mid lane, more blasts coming through. Pugna with an Arcane Rune. Starting to put some pressure on, though. Sand King is going to be coming in here to try and put an end to this push. And that's a Radiant Center Ward, so no vision in the mid lane at the moment for Lotac to be able to stop this non-stop sandstorm.
Top tower is under attack.
Doom, what build is he going for? Just has a hood picked up so far. Raven still super struggling in this game. Level 5, only slightly ahead of the Rubik in terms of net worth. That pressure from the initial rotation making KP's lane look really good, and now he's got the Midas. Mineski's late game is looking, to me, 100% secure at this point. I mean, the reliability of Black Hole cancels for Lotac is kind of low. Or BKB Black Hole at least, like they either have to doom him or they have to steal it and then use it themselves, which is not going to be easy. And right now the game is just feeling a little bit slow. 11 minutes have taken the 1 tower. Lotac are going to be going for a smoke now. Still only level 3 on this Undying. This top lane has been an utter disaster for them. Sand King is now going to be going back for a blink. Smoke gets revealed. Mineski waiting up on this high ground. Lotac still keen to make something happen of this, though. Febby gets the concussive shot out. It's only the 1 zombie spawn, so he's going to be fine. Highlight Eye even running forward. He's got some boots, so feeling a little bit more confident. And Sand King TPing into the middle of everything. Who's he going to be able to find? He just gets straight up doomed. They're going to start draining him out as well. Moon in trouble. Can KP go for the deny? Perhaps Pi wants it. Won't be able to find it. And now he's stuck his neck out perhaps a little bit too far. Ling is kind of low. Febby on the other side needs to be careful. The Nether Ward is down. And Ohio's still that beefcake in the front, just zoning everybody out. Rubik even gets his hand on the Sandstorm. Net pretty happy with his lot in life band. Even a ward up here on the high ground. Oh. Highlight Die comes running out and just immediately dies. Okay, I don't know what that was about. it looks like it is going to end up being this tier 1 tower taken. Naga full-on farm build right now for JT. No points in Ensnare, no points in Song of the Siren. He's just hitting jungle creeps. Net worth, not anything crazy, but I'm still #1 on his team. But this is what I was talking about. This is what Lotac wanted to do with the Pugna pick, and Tron's even just sitting up here on the high ground, blasting away. This is a pretty cute spot for him to be in. He's providing some vision as well, though a little bit cut off from his team. Moon and Febby are going to come in and find him. Epicenter does end up being cancelled. They're going to be looking for a little bit more. Net, what did he get his hands on? He still actually got the Sandstorm, but Sentry Ward gets popped down. These things have huge AoE now, and Net will finally drop. Okay, so they got the tier 1, but then they lost 2 heroes. Yeah, well, it was a cute idea while it lasted, standing over here for the Pugna, but he couldn't get back to his team, so it does get punished a little bit. Importantly, Mineski still have their mid tier 1 towers, so that's providing a lot of map control for them. Was Raven farming in the meantime? He was, and he is currently going for the Battle Fury build. So it looks like kind of, well, I don't know, I guess call it a catch-up Battle Fury. He is so far away from this thing at the moment. He's barely got the Perseverance, still needs the full Demon Edge. And he's just so far behind in terms of levels as well, right? Let's see, yeah, level 9. Tanking's level 12. Enemy carry level 11.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But I guess that's going to be the call. Lotac going to try and farm him back into the game a little bit. Oh, Dust not quite catching on to Moon, so he's going to be able to continue defending on this tier 1 tower, but right now Mineski not bringing anybody else down here. KP still showing up top. They've got Febby looking down bottom. Looks like they are just going to be giving away this tier 1 tower. Sandstorm on Sandstorm. This is so weird. Net really wants Burst Strike, but Moon's not giving him the opportunity. And instead, Mineski just going to take... Okay, so they lose the tier 1 tower, but it looks like they're going to get all 4 bounties. So I'm really not sure if that was worth it for Lotac. Like 4 bounties with 4 heroes just pushing mid that entire time, missing out on experience. I like that decision from Mineski. They don't have to fight for that tier 1 tower necessarily. They can wait for their BKB on the Enigma, they can wait for the Diffusal Manta on the Naga Siren, and that's really going to be their timing. Ling in some big trouble. Can they focus him down? No, JT running away from this. They are just going to leave the kill to Febby with the Mystic Flare. Net has stolen that now, but he's in a little bit of trouble. Net's coming back off cooldown. Net for Net in 1 second. Febby taking some damage off of this Tombstone, but they're going to turn their eyes back towards it. Finish it off up top. Pi and KP do get brought down. Raven actually picking up just the 1 kill there, but grabbing himself almost 2 levels in the process. Very nice. Okay, so Lotac finds something, but also losing heroes on the other side of the map in the meantime. Moon is just going to be going for a Spirit Vessel now. Going to be very... They 100% need Vessel against Doom and Pugna. It's way too important. Like, look at Doom. He's got 51 HP regen with Devour running and his Hood of Defiance. This is overwhelmingly being the build that I've seen from Doom. You just tank up and then you buy Radiance and you go stand in the middle of the fight. Oh, Raven trying to dodge stuff with the Mischief, but he is getting locked down. No trees to hide inside. Mystic Flare dropped in his head. Febby waiting for 1 more nuke to finish him off. And that should be the end of it. Raven, 1 more hit. Not able to survive. KP had already peeled off. He was pretty confident that Febby was going to get that kill, and was the right decision. Now he just has to make sure that he gets the CS. Got him. Alright, nice. Moon again, still just cutting waves, being a nuisance, slowing down the game. Waiting for this carry Naga Siren to really hit her timing, and she's getting there. Almost has the Diffusal Blade, level 13. Link's still only level 5. Oh boy. Having a very rough time of it. There's just no way that Lotac anticipated that, here's the one thing about picking the Doom, right? He's insanely difficult to kill, but if you're going for multiple points in Devour, you're not really applying that much pressure to the enemy carry. And I think that's what we kind of saw this game from Lotac, is that they picked Rubik and Doom, and they chose to have the Undying up top, and that lane just didn't really put any pressure onto the Naga at all. Net even thought, okay, I need to go back to top because they're tri-laning my carries. So sniped the courier on the way through. Great play. But bottom lane just turned out to be a bit of a farm fest. Or a bit of a farm trade. Oh, big trouble for Link. Can they save him? Almost bursted out. At least he does get the tombstone off. And they will get a turnaround kill onto Febby. Moon looking like a difficult kill. They do have the Doom, but they're not willing to use it just yet. And Net does actually manage to get his hands on the Burst Strike. So finally grabbing that all-important spell. KP's pressuring top a little bit with his Eidolons, but... Okay, 2 very nice kills for Lotac. Lots of gold going back for the Monkey King. Raven... This kill involvement has been super important. He's almost got his Battle Fury, and not nearly as bad of a timing as I would have thought. I mean, what? We were talking about him at 15 minutes or so, barely having the Perseverance, and now he's pretty much got the entire thing. So that kill gold has been instrumental in getting him back into position in this game. But still, they're kind of getting ratted. Illusion's pushing down one lane, Eidolon's pushing the other. I think they're going to struggle to actually get over to the tier 2 towers, which is definitely their next destination. Spawn just picking up a Veil Discord so far, going to be going for the Dagon next. They already have quite a bit of physical damage, so makes sense to just amp up the magic a little bit more. Ohio, 1.1k away from his Radiance. Maybe just going for a yield. What does Pi have? Pretty much nothing. Playing the hard 5 at the moment, wants a Glimmer Cape, gonna take him a little while to farm it, and I think he's gonna have some mana issues this game, especially with Tranquil Boots. Do we finally have BKB on Enigma? Not quite. But all of these timings are adding up for Mineski. And still very much of the opinion that they have the superior late game. Lotac Invis rune for Pugna. Vision situation up top is okay. They see a couple of heroes running away. Febby running forward, wants his kill onto Ling, but he's going to get punished for it, it looks like. It's Burst Struck. And will be brought down. Ends up being a slightly better trade for Lotac. Buys a couple of seconds for Mineski to get away with these bounty runes, though. And are they actually going to get all 4? Oh, they are. The bounty rune situation has not been kind to Lotac for the last couple of minutes. Net worth still pretty close, but experience a bit ahead for Mineski. What do we get? Scorched Earth move speed for the Doom. Not really going for any mobility items. They jump in on top of the Pug. He decrept himself as well. That is not going to help his case up against this epicenter. He gets brought down. They even deploy the Monkey King ultimate. Wukong's command not doing anything other than just slapping down some illusions. And with Pugna dead, no opportunity to really push. So another 30 seconds of this JT Naga just continuing to hit creeps. So he's got the 2 items that are, I think, 100% every game for this new Naga, the Manta Diffusal. Not sure where he's going to go from here. Heart seems decent. What else? Does he have a crit talent or anything? No. Okay, so he could go for crit. But yeah, looks like Heart just going to be the call. Maybe we'll see a Scotty or a Butterfly or something further down the line, but probably just these big illusion stat items. The name of the game. Net just wanted to soak some experience, but looking very dead up here at top. Didn't even have any wards or anything to place. I think he just wanted to kind of nuke the wave out a bit and apply some pressure. Down he goes, and the line already being drawn by Pi. Enigma has just been pretty much constantly playing up on this top lane, farming and pressuring. The catch from Lotac, not really able to find him all that well. That's part of the problem as well with Lotac's lineup. No mobility item on the Doom, like no Shadow Blade, no Blink, so he's not really catching anybody, the Pugna's not really catching anybody, and the Monkey King does have a little bit of catch, as we're seeing down bottom. They are able to go in onto Moon now, gets the Burst Strike a little bit further away, but still gets brought down. But it's hard against the Enigma, because he can always just Midnight Pulse to make a big hole in your trees and make it a little bit more difficult for you to move around. Does have the cast range talent now, so it's going to help a little bit. Alright. Lotac trying to make a move down towards bottom. Raven already farming into the Echo Saber pretty quickly. Going to be going for the BKB next. Do we have multiple BKBs being built, though? No. So my one concern is that he needs the BKB to play 100% this game, but I worry that he's going to pop BKB and then, wait, does this still pierce magic immunity? Not anymore.
Dire's top tower
Okay.
has
Oh, he doesn't have to worry about getting netted, but he does still have to worry about getting isolated by the song. Ohio in some trouble up top. Double damage. JT gonna make quick work of him. As they do also get this tier 2 tower down. Lotac hoping that somebody's gonna come over to try and kill off Net over at the mid lane, but pretty much all of Mineski just playing in the Dire jungle right now.
Dire's top tower is
Highlight I
under
did finally manage to get to his Glimmer Cape. Net trying to solve some of these initiation woes as he goes for a Blink Dagger. But Lotac unable to follow through on this kill at bottom, and Moon's going to come in and just push this out. And in fact, Mineski heading over into the pit. They've got the song, they've got the black hole, and the BKB, so if anything, this is just trying to... Either they're going to get the Roshan for free, or they're going to bait Lotac into a bad fight, and it looks like it is going to be the former. Lotac not interested in taking a fight anywhere near the pit. There's good vision for Mineski. They've got illusions scouting things out as well. And yeah, it's going to be a 3 Aegis for this Naga Siren.
the radiant.
So Dying Pick feels like it hasn't really panned out for Lotac. I see the idea. It's nice with the Rubik. It's pretty good for 5-man, decent team fight, but the way that it's worked out this game, he also got counterpicked a little bit with the Naga Siren, right? They can song and kill the Tombstone if they want to, but just wasn't really able to apply any pressure in lane. The triple range tri-lane from Mineski, very difficult to do anything about. Yeah, Naga getting real close to this Heart of Tarrasque. It can be very difficult to deal with. KP, what's he gonna go for next? Just Octarine Core next? Anything else that he needs? I guess he could go for a Lincoln's if he's really worried about the Doom, but I think Octarine Core seems fine. Could go for the move speed talent this game. I mean, there's a decent amount of magical damage. Pugna has his Dagon now, but move speed's overall more useful. Oh no, Monkey King gets chopped off of his perch by the Midnight Pulse, and down he goes straight into that Mystic Flare. Oh man, do they have vision over him, or did they just see him? Oh, I guess they maybe kind of saw him in the lane and just suspected what was going on. Oh, that's no good. Raven was quite close to his BKB as well. Oh man, and that's alright. That's Heart done. Butterfly next for the Naga. Did opt for the movement speed talent as opposed to the mirror image damage. Move speed probably helps you farm a little bit better. Just getting your illusions to places faster and getting from camp to camp.
Dire's bottom
So
tower
maybe the illusion damage talent is just bad. 10%. Not great. But she does have a lot of illusions, especially if you pick up the left talent at level 20.
Dire's bottom tower
Making pretty quick work of this tower. Lotac deciding that this is the fight that they want to take. They're going to get the jump in, but there is still an Aegis on this Naga Siren. Net comes down. Doom just being focused. Not going to get anything off successfully. Mega kill already for JT. Raven trying to find some kind of opportunity here. Does get a nice boundless strike out, but he's trapped inside of the trees. Jumping up. JT is going to be able to get the song out. Pylai die. Almost finished off by that Wukong's command. Net next to be focused down. Pugna still going to work along with the Monkey King. It's a 3 for 2 so far, but they just cannot address this Naga Siren. The Crepify gonna buy a couple of seconds, but it's a couple seconds too few. As down goes Pugna, and Raven can just watch helplessly from the trees as JT, 18k net worth, picks up an ultra kill easily in this fight. He's been lying dormant pretty much the entire game, and now emerges to take complete control. I'm going to do his best to push this out. Needs to be a little bit careful. Getting stunned up. Netted as well. Does have the Boundless Strike to open up a little bit of space, and also baiting for his other heroes to come in. Nice Manta dodge on the Boundless Strike. JT going to be okay. I think even if that Boundless Strike had landed, he would have been fine. Ohio's got the Doom ready. KP's got the Black Hole. JT thinking about turning this one around. KP might also go in for the Black Hole. Drops it. It's only onto Ohio. Doesn't manage to catch Raven. JT forced to turn himself around. They drop the Mystic Flare. They kill the Doom. Net's coming in. He stole the Black Hole. Is he actually going to be able to use it successfully, though, is the question. The illusions are just running at him. Bebby wants to bring him down. They don't want to give him the opportunity to use this successfully. Though again, this Aegis on the Naga Siren is still going to be the big problem. Raven over on the high ground looking for this kill on the KP. Is going to get it. Cost him his BKB. He's got the Wukong's command as well. Moon thinking that he is heading over to this fight as Pugna does also manage to pick up the kill on Febby a little bit further in. But still, the Naga Siren remains the problem. What can they even do? Ags on Pugna? That's going to help with the illusions, but I think that's going to take a little bit too long. Oh, and JT luckily finds himself a nice little regen rune. Raven has done a good job of catching back up in terms of the net worth this game, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to carry it. They're already starting to struggle to push these lanes out a little bit. Mid lane's pressured, top lane's pressured, and Mineski is continuing to build up his items. They do still have this black hole on the Rubik though. Sells a Null Talisman, picks up a Blink Dagger, and this could be a very big opportunity for Lotac to go and make something happen. They do have to be careful of the Song of the Siren. There are plenty of ways to cancel this on the Mineski side, so I'm not going to try and hype this up too much, but this could be good. This could be what they need to go and make a play here. Raven, what are you up to? Just pretending to be a tree? I guess Monkey King's actually pretty good right now because people are super unfamiliar with the new map, so they're not going to realize that this tree is like out of place. Oh, they gotta jump. They're just gonna drop the one-man black hole over onto the Sand King. He's still not dead just yet, though. Might be able to get the Yules off. Nope. Cannot do it. Quick four-man gank there. And Rubik, alright, just stealing the Sandstorm at the end of that. Unfortunately, could not get the Burrow Strike. AT does no longer have the Aegis, so at least a little bit more of an opportunity to kill him off, perhaps, but 3k HP worth of Naga on Agitreads. Not going to be super easy. We'll have the Butterfly before too long, which is going to make life pretty tough for the Monkey King, who is just going for a Manta at the moment. Doesn't want to have to pop BKB for every single Skywrath Silence and every single Ensnare. So. What item did KP end up going for? Okay, he is just going to be going for a Linken's Sphere. So I thought it was going to be Linken's or Octarine, and I think Linken's is the safer, smarter choice overall. Febby just going for damage. He's working towards an Aghanim Scepter. I'm not sure if they need more damage, but cute item all the same. KP and JT sitting on top of this ward, but nothing really going to come of it. Nat's still just doing his best to spam out this top lane. Is going to be going for an Aghanim Scepter of his own up next. And Moon is going for a BKB. Not too far away from that. Still going to need to farm a little bit, but again, I think he's going to have time. Not a whole lot is really happening on the map at the moment. Bit of farming, Dagon 3 for the Pugna. Undying still has no items. It's got 1.8k net worth, poor Ling. Ohio also going for a BKB. Raven, as we saw, already talked about the Manta. Jump in, they do get the lift up onto the Skywrath Mage, and down Febby goes, but a two-man burst strike follows things up for Moon. They are going to lock down net. Raven popping everything in this fight, but JT just ignoring him, and now KP comes in with the BKB Black Hole, keeps Raven locked into position. They're going to focus him down net, while trying to slink away on the other side of this fight, but will also be brought down. JT picks up the monster kill streak. Took a tiny bit of damage in that fight, but gets healed right back up by the Heart of Tarask, and right back to pushing out lanes. Now a 10k net worth lead in Mineski's favor. Experience bouncing around a little bit, but still at 7 or 8k there. Ohio doing his best with the Radiance to push out bottom, but still, shoving lanes is the eternal struggle for this Lotac side. Shoving lanes and punishing the split push from Mineski. All right, hello Pugna. Pugna gets netted. Gonna get run at here. The illusion's still scouting him. He's spamming decreps like his life depends on it, but he has been easily locked down now. They're just waiting out the decrepify. Finish him off now. Ling's up on the high ground, gonna pop his ultimate and try and fight for all he's worth, but he's also just gonna get right click down. A little bit of free tombstone money for Mineski coming up, and I think their march down the mid lane is going to continue. The Wukong's command is back up as soon as the Monkey King respawns. He's also got his BKB. So they should be able to take some kind of a fight here. Ohio with his Blink Dagger. Doesn't really have to worry about the Enigma so much. 45 seconds to go on the Black Hole, but I don't even know if they can bother Black Holing this Naga Siren. I just don't think it's going to do anything. So Tier 3 tower is not taken in the end, and Mineski is still just going to continue to play ultra cautious. Roshan has respawned, so it looks like maybe that's next on the agenda. JT also going to add a Lincoln's to his inventory, because why not? He's got more money than he knows what to do with at this stage of the game. It's weird. It feels like Lotac are kind of fighting and they're like getting some of these pickoffs and they're winning some of these fights, but I just don't see how they win against this Mineski lineup. And I'm super curious to see how the draft for the next game is going to go. Like, do they feel like the Naga is the linchpin of this strategy, setting up some of the team fight? We haven't even seen that really happen. Jumping onto Ohio, he's in big trouble. Got the BKB off. Might be okay for now. Tries to drop the stomp. Attempts the Doom onto JT. The Doom gets blocked by the Lincolns, and now they come in with the Black Hole onto 3. Beyond Godlike for the Naga Siren, jumping through his moon. Finds out the Pugna in the back lines. 4 dead, 2 buybacks. Raven just perched on a tree, hoping that his ultimate is going to do something, but in the end, forced to retreat back. Everybody on Mineski still completely full on HP. And now they can go and do whatever they want. Pings are heading towards the mid lane from Pi. He's got the Mass Serpent Wards level 3 and he's keen to use them. Looks like the rest of the team was thinking about doing Roshan, but Pi has set them on the right course. Looks like they are just going to go for the high ground. They've still got the Song of the Siren to reset if they need to. Even if Doom had a buyback, it wouldn't really do anything at this point. And JT even feeling confident enough to queue up a Rapier at this stage of the game, as it looks like this will probably be Megas in the next little bit. No Glyph available. There is a Pugna buyback, but I mean, Raven even just pushing on the other side of the map. Oh no, Pi's found him. He's got the shackles as well. Febby also TPing through. They're just going to leave JT and KP to deal with the base. Everybody else coming back for that kill, and now with 80 seconds dead on the Monkey King, they are jumping in. JT, they're trying to Infernal Blade him, but he's got a lot of evasion. Did even go for the Riptide armor. Hitting the base. He doesn't care. Man knows no fear. Okay, maybe he's a little bit worried now. Half HP. Song gets some heart regen, perhaps. No, Ohio's still tracking him. BKB gonna wear out soon. Alright, JT gonna go and heal quickly, and now the rest of the team are back to the mid lane. Stuns and lockdown galore for the Doom. Net stole mirror image in the midst of all this, but alright, Lotac, they've had enough. That's gonna be the end of it for game 1, and we're gonna have to see what they can manage to do in game number 2. They just didn't... Raven got pressured out of his lane, couldn't do anything. We saw a couple of half-hearted rotations from the Pugna, especially that rotation bottom.